Yeah, kid. You know the vibes. You know what we're about to do. We're gonna wait for some more people to come in. Psych. That's not what we do over here on this channel. We just go live. Plus, a lot of people don't be checking on the channel anyway. T, what's the word? Let's go. Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. We go, ooh la la. On Tuesday, best day, blessed day. Ooh la la.
Looking for him.
Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Because over here on this side, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. We got ours in today. So if that sound like something you can rock with, before you Diddy to the left and Usher to the right, I'm going to need you to hit that like button, that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time, and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. Normally we do the shows on Friday and Monday. Monday motivation, motivational Monday. I am your motivational speaker, whether you like it or not. Yesterday was just a tough day for me to get it in, so we said we're gonna do the show today, and all praises due. We are here. And all praises due, we are here. So it's Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday. That means what you working on, how you working it, and is it working for you? What are you working on? Because a lot of times people talk about doing a thing, but when it comes down to the actual part of doing said thing, niggas take a little light vacation. You want to beach somewhere with your feet up, sipping Mai Tais. And that's a lot of us. It's universal. It's not a race. It's not an ethnicity. You know, it's not a place. It's just human beings. You got average, you got below average, and then you have the best around. And nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You the best, like you have the best in people that's really striving for perfection on some Raekwon Purple tape. And obviously, he's spinning the block. Side note real quick, just because I always quote the Purple tape, him and Ghost. Ghost coming out with a new album. I've been seeing the promos. He's doing a nice little rollout. And so is Raekwon. What is the King's clothes, or the King's new clothes, or something like new garments or some shit like that. You know, some fly Staten Island shit. And Wu-Tang love the kids, and we rock with the Wu, right? Anyway, most people just chatters. They ain't going, you know, you say you want to, you know, learn a new language, right? You get Rosetta Stone on them. You buy the package, you make the initial push, but a couple days in, a week in, a month in, the book is just sitting there collecting dust, or you download it. Say you're going to start a channel, you start a channel, you get 2, 3, 4 videos in, you ain't really getting a lot of views like me, you know what I'm saying? You low level with it, You functioning on a low level. I'm being funny, but I'm not. I have no fun poking a little fun at myself. I do it because I love to do it. So you always gonna see me on here talking my shit, and hopefully giving the message something you can learn from. But the views be low, so you quit. You know, niggas ain't watching me, you know what I mean? Especially if you ain't with selling your soul and selling hamburgers on the side of the Brooklyn Bridge. But, you know, every Tuesday I try to think like, damn, well, what am I working on? How am I working? And is it working for me? I did a video, I didn't put it up at the gym. Like I said, I got mine in earlier. Shout outs to my co-worker. You know what I mean? Me and him, we did arms today. Big arms today. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate him coming out and getting it in with me. But in the video that I did, pretty much I just was saying for me personally, I try to work on multiple things. You know, even though, I can multitask. Right now, what I'm trying to do is, just educate more. Obviously, read more or listen to more audios, which I have been doing. A lot of times people can go on, they go on Amazon or they go to YouTube. What I found was best for me is just you get the public library card, and then you could just listen to their books for free. They got a vast majority, a vast section of books, you know what I mean, ranging in different, whatever it is you into. So that's what I'm working on. I'm always trying to work on being a better person and, push myself to be the best version. Sometimes I fall short. I'm human just like you, but that's ultimately what I'll be working on. But couple of topics today. I know it's a Tuesday. We got work in the morning just like y'all motherfuckers. Well, we're going to jump into a couple of quick topics. But before we do, I'll say, coming back from the Bronx after I went to the gym, I had to go holler at somebody in the BX. Shout out to my niggas in the Bronx, right? So on my way back to Harlem and shit, Harlem, 7th, Lenox. And passing the Armory over there on 137th, 138th on the uptown side. I think every Tuesday, even though I want to say I've seen the truck out there on different nights. I don't think it's just every Tuesday. And I want to say every night, but I haven't taken notice every night. Maybe I just ain't paying attention because that's just what they do. But they go and they give the plates out, the truck pull up, like a lot of little spots in Harlem or in the Bronx or wherever you may be. A lot of people was needy. They don't have them. But these particular people, I think, is just, I won't say homeless, or maybe they're in shelter, or maybe they just don't want to be caught up in the system, so they do it their way, and these people pull up, give them a trade. Sometimes it be regular people getting the food too, just to keep it a buck. But anyway, I'm driving by. It's this dude and shit, got his shirt off. Obviously he's a mental, out there with the shirt off, one shoe on, one shoe off, holes in his pants. But, it was an older, I'm going to say older lady because she older than me, I'm assuming. And niggas beating off, jacking off, you know what I mean? So I roll by, peep game. First, then it's dark on that side. I'm looking and I looked at the lady, then I swung back because I was on my bike on some dark night shit. I told you I'd be all through the city. So I told nigga to get the fuck out and kick you in your ass and all that. And he like, yo, I'm a pimp. I'm like, you better pimp your ass on the fuck out of here before I do something to you. And, you hate to get into that, right? But I'm only speaking on this because the topic, what we speak about a lot on the channel, is when to react, when not to react. That is the question. Or when to intervene, when not to intervene. So elderly lady, or older lady. And when I asked her, like, yo, you seen what he was doing? She like, yeah, but I just stood to the side. She's waiting for the bus. The bus is right there. But as he's walking away, I noticed another guy, his hands in his pants, but he was of the, the LGB5 and all that. So, because he like, you know me? I'm like, no, nigga, I don't know you, but take your hands out your pants. So why are you standing over here like that, right? You know what I mean? So, long story short, we got to be mindful. I think mental health was last month, if I'm not mistaken. And you just never know. And, I work with young ladies sometimes, ranging at 15, 16, 17, all to 21, 22. They ain't all just kids, right? But they don't supposed to have their headphones on. They don't supposed to, have the Dre beats and shit. They don't supposed to have their phones out because they at work. Even though we working with them, they are still at work. So a lot of them don't be listening, etc. That's going to bring us into the next topic, and we're going to rapid fire this shit because I don't want to be on mad long, even though I say that and then still be talking for mad hours. But they're not supposed to have these things while they at work because we trying to teach them, when you in the real life, like you a trophy in the real life. In the real life, you got rules and regulations and shit you gotta follow. You could not follow them, and you could be like, yeah, I'm not with this shit. I'm gonna do what I want, and then you're gonna come out in your own way, like Ghost and Ray on the purple tip. You're gonna come out in your own way, but that's not how normal, operations operate. At work, you can, depending on what you do, but we just try to teach them that. And the reason why I'm bringing that up in connection with the fucking two scumbags or the two mentally deranged individuals is because it be a lot of the women with their headphones in. I know y'all don't want to hear the boys talking to you or the men, and I think it's a video spinning in the clip right now, as we like to say, where it's a girl, I don't know her real age, but she keeps saying, I'm 14, I'm 14, I'm 14. So and one of the kids was showing me that video today, but it was a lot of noise and shit, so I really couldn't hear what the dude was saying. But it doesn't even really matter what the dude was saying, because she like, yo, I'm 14, back the fuck up. On some honest, back the fuck up, back the fuck, like once you, and then it's the tell signs, a little small purse, the baby hairs and shit, the Jordans on or whatever, like you can kind of like decipher and tell when they're young, when they're not, and then even when in question, you probably should leave that alone, especially in the climate of today we in. But anyway, I know they have the headphones on to block out or act like they busy, etc. And I'm like, yo, that's cool, but make sure you're aware. Make sure you're cognizant of what's going on around you, because somebody may be jacking off, and then like, what's the video? I don't want to laugh, but I did laugh in the video when I was giving the reaction to it. I think they was in like Walmart or somewhere, and the dude came on her, and she like, he nutted on me, and she, oh my god, he nutted on me. But the way she said it was just kind of crazy to me, so I probably did give a giggle or a laugh during that particular reaction video, when it's nothing funny, because it could be my loved ones, it could be your loved ones, and that's like the best case scenario as far as just whacking off from a distance you can't see, or you acting like you don't see. The worst case scenario would be they physically touching you, physically doing some type of harm to you. You know what I mean? So the best case scenario is some mentally deranged or scumbag motherfucker from far away, like today. Goody, what's up? But he was, I'll say, if I'm here, y'all can see me, maybe like 5 people or 6 people, like if we was to go in a row with 6 6 feet, separation during COVID, just, doing what he was doing in broad daylight. And this happens all the time on the train, on the bus. You know what I mean? And I obviously, made both of them leave. The second dude, I don't think he was doing anything crazy. Yeah, kid, that feeling. I don't think he was doing anything, but he just looked a little shady. He had his hand in his pants too. Obviously, like I said, they was out there on the line, etc., waiting for the food. And this could be your grandma's. It could have been your mom's. And I told him, like, only reason why I'm just making you leave and cursing at you and shit to get you up out of there is just because it's the right thing to do. I was right there, so I did it. If that was my mom's or my sister or my lady or somebody that I seen do that, then obviously I would have whipped his ass. Just keeping it a buck, you know what I'm saying? The rage would have made me do it. I'm not saying I would have been right, because obviously the nigga can't be wasting no felonies and wasting no shit on people you don't know, even if you're trying to do the right thing. And that's why I posed the question a couple of episodes ago, was when to jump in and intervene and when not to. That is the question. As a man, you got to decide, especially if you got shit on your jacket and you can't really take no assaults, whether they mentally deranged or not. You can't take no, you can't take none of those things when you got assault on your record, when you got robbery on your record, when you got guns on your record, when you got, kidnap shit on your record. It's like, oh, you back at it again. Like we back at it, and all you was trying to do was stop a boyfriend from whipping a girl's ass, or stop a sister from, something happening. And you got to pick and choose when you do that. But to the ladies, to my little cousins, like I always say, be mindful. Y'all on the train, you rocking and rolling, you on TikTok, and niggas beating off right in front of you. And whether you know it or not, you acting like you don't see it because it's New York and you think it's better not to say nothing. This is what we be dealing with in 2025. But for the phone shit real quick too, because it's back to school, this is also what we was talking about today, and at the job and dealing with the kids and shit. Now they got the new rule. I don't know if it's a law, but it's definitely, policy now. And everybody got to give their phones the black mirror, you know what I'm saying? The black mirror to the school, or they're going to lock it up. Different schools going to do it different ways, the way they want to do it. Is it safe? I know a lot of people, that's like what parents is trying to push for the ones that's giving pushback, the safe rule. And I'll equate it to jail, or not jail, prison, because prison is different from jail. Obviously, I don't wish it on you at all. No yakisobe, no chili con corn, and I don't care. I don't wish that on you, right? Some people deserve it. That's the reality, but I don't wish it on you. But in prison, when they try to change some shit, when they want to take some shit from you, even if it's violating your rights, or your little bit of liberties you have in there, they'll use it under security and say, nah, we can't let that in, or we can't have them congregating too much because it falls under security. So parents is like, well, what if something happens? What if I need to talk to my daughter, talk to my son? What if it's something go on? And we know in these days and age, unfortunately, mass shootings be going on. People be coming to the school dumbing out. Motherfuckers be mad. D'Angelo, what's the word? Gave you a shout out. Workout was good, my nigga. You know what I mean? Appreciate you rolling with me today. But what if it's an emergency? What if it's an evacuation? What if it's a natural disaster? If my phone is locked up, shit pop off, I don't got the thing to open it up, then I can't even make no calls. I say that's true if it's an emergency, and it very well could be in today's time. But outside of that, take the evacuation out, take the emergencies away. Is them locking their phones up a good thing? I think it is. And I'm only saying that because I'm from the era, I'm Generation X, you know what I mean? Wakanda forever, you know what I mean? And we didn't have cell phones. We went to school, we got on that bus, we took the train. If you was from Harlem, you went to Brooklyn, you went to the Bronx. Wherever you had to go, you went there, you know what I'm saying? And you made it back alive. Sure, certain instances where you needed the phone, then you go to the payphone. Or somebody will call your parents, or call a job, or call a house. And it is still, the point is, although we in the technology era and cell phones is at the ready, it is a detriment. At my job, like I said, where we work with kids, we have to constantly remind them, get off your phone, get off your phone. And when they on their phone, they're not looking at nothing educational unless we tell them to. They on TikTok, they on Instagram, they on YouTube and what have you, looking at, bullshit, looking at funny videos and challenges and shit. They just wasting time. Some of them don't want to be there, whatever, right? In school, it's the same thing. And recently they just said that the reading has went up. And that's a great thing, right? As a parent, as a person in education, or a person that takes education seriously, you could say that's great, but when they give their caveat, like, yeah, we're doing good, we're doing better, but when it comes to the other races, especially the Asian, etc. communities, we still behind. We still way behind. And that's not to say they ain't on their phones, right? Because I've never been to an all Asian or Chinese school or whatever. I only can go off my own anecdotal experiences when I went to school, what I see now with my nieces and nephews, with my sons as they was coming up, etc. I only could base it off of that. But they say we behind, even though we coming up, we snails pacing it up, we still behind. What is the cause of that? Is the parents not doing their job? Is the school system fucked, and the curriculum or the structure that they have just ain't working for us? And you hear Dame Dash a lot, right? Shout out to Dusko Poppington. He like, the way we learn is wrong. And I agree. I'm sure he's not the only one. He's not the bright idea that came up with this. A lot of people will say, the color of the school, the hallways, it look like a hospital or a prison. Everybody don't learn just sitting there looking at the chalkboard. Some people are more hands-on. Some people need to get out in the open space, learn shit actually by doing it. And then some people can sit back, analyze, then I did a knowledge to that. You know what I mean? Or some ghost shit, then I did a knowledge to that, and then they could pick it up. And then some people can't. You know what I mean? Me personally, I like to see and hear at the same time, but writing it down also helps me. And you may not learn like that, you know what I mean? And then some people dyslexia, there's a whole vast majority of things. But taking the phones away at least for a brief little message. Yeah, why not? You want to? Yeah, what you want to talk about? Good, you could come in for a hot minute. I don't know if everybody gonna be able to hear you. I'm not gonna be all long. You could jump on, press the join button. We got a few little topics. In addition to that, I think it's good, but I want to hit y'all with this quick commercial. I don't know who approved this commercial. I'm gonna let my nigga Goody come on real quick. Good wine. You in? I don't see you. Press request again. So I seen this shit. This shit was crazy. Where you at? Press request again. So this commercial for school, right? And this is what we was talking about as far as security, and I'm not sure what happened. I press for you to join. But while he trying to do that, let's look at this quick video, because this is the day and age we living in. I don't know who approved this video, this commercial. I didn't see it on the big screen. I just seen it on social media. I didn't see it on regular TV. But this commercial was crazy while we about to come back to school. This commercial was definitely crazy.
Now I'm sitting here just looking like this because have y'all seen the back to school commercials for the kids?
I did.
My mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I needed for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
Shit went
These
left
scissors
real
really come in
quick.
handy in art class. These colored pencils too.
These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver.
That's crazy.
And I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
Somebody coming in there to do the most.
Now I'm sitting here.
That's crazy. So, and parents will look, I don't know who approved this commercial, but a parent will look at that and be like, and that's why they need their phones. What if it's a shooting? What if it's this? What if it's that? And all that's true. But just on an academic level, you know, we need to be more locked in. Parents need to be more zoned in on their kids. I know you got to work. I know you got to tend to your husband or your boyfriend. You got your own life. You want to watch TV. You want to watch Yandy and Mendici for the 100th time. Go through breakups and talk about infidelity and all that bubblegum bullshit. Because that's what you want to watch, right? I'm just being funny. You want to do everything else, but you're not checking after your kids. And some kids be really behind. They can't, you know what I mean? Can't really spell really good. They can't really formulate, and they 17, 18, 19, you'd be surprised, and they be arrested in their development, and you'd be wondering why, you know what I mean? Because you just can't, yeah, press it again. I pressed it. I don't know what happened. Press it again, Goody. Scrap neutral, what's the word? So I just thought that video was interesting. I don't know who approved that video, but it could be a little frightening, a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, a little nervous. You know what I mean? Getting that phone call. You see at the end of the video, the child is like, I love you, mommy. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to be getting those last texts right when a mass shooting is going on. And we know we had one downtown in Manhattan where the Yellowstone, you know, Wesley Lepora, whatever. Sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. The cop Islam, 2 other people. Then we had one in Ohio. We had one in Times Square. Like, we always have these shits. And before I get off this topic and get to the next shit, because again, I don't want to be on here mad long. In other countries, we don't really be having this shit. It's only in America. And this is America. Don't get you slipping. Police be tripping. Like, police be tripping. Niggas get them semis and them automatic weapons and weapons of mass destruction on some. It's my constitutional right to defend my homeland. You know what I mean? It's my constitutional right. You pull up on that porch, you cross the gun line, then bang, bang, bang. But we know that that's not all people is being used for. Yeah, I pressed it, Goody. I pressed it, so I'm not sure what's up. I did press it. Oh, that's what I gotta do. Yeah, kid. I just pressed it again. I pressed it. I'm not sure what's going on. I pressed it again. But in other countries, this shit is not happening. You know what I'm saying? And we spoke about this. I think the one time, like a senator or somebody, over there in China or wherever it was, where they don't even got no guns, they got like a 3-year process. Just imagine that. Like you trying to get a hammer, and it's gonna take you 3 years to get that shit. You ain't gonna get that shit. And I don't even know how long it takes here, to keep it honest. I always had felonies on my jacket, and the guns that I had was illegal. So I never went the proper route. So I don't know. Yes, I could Google it, but I'm not gonna Google it right now. But when I was doing the quick little studying for that show, yeah, I pressed request 2 times. I'm not sure what happened. Accept. Just pressed accept. So I'm not sure what's going on. I just pressed accept again. I'm not sure why. Using my old phone too, even I don't really think that got nothing to do with it. But anyway, when I was doing doing the studying for that show, what had happened was it was a New York person in politics that went back home or whatever, and the person had killed them, but with a handmade, like a made gun, like some makeshift, using the toilet paper roll with some other shit, and you know what I mean, got real close up on him, banged him, you know what I mean, rest in peace. And that's how he got him. Because over there you just can't get the burners. They're asking you what it's for, etc. XYZ. You just can't get one. Over here it's too accessible. And it's too accessible, although we have the Second Amendment, rights of the Constitution, which is to bear arms. Goody was unable to join you. Yeah, it just says you was unable to join. I'm not sure why, Goody. I lost my train of thought just saying that too. I'm not sure why it's not that accessible over there, but over here, with the Second Amendment, etc., you get it too quick. Over there, it take 3 years. That's a long ass time, bro. That's a long ass time to be waiting for your hammer, and that's because they're doing an extensive. They doing a due diligence that everybody, you don't have the right just to bear arms. You don't, because you don't have the mental capacity to do it. You don't have the emotional intelligence to do it. You're gonna hurt somebody. You know what I mean? Innocent people probably. So there's that, but the commercial was super crazy, right? Let's talk about this shit though. Let's talk about the Sha'Carri Richardson shit, right? That was a little topic with our kids today. They in the media group, right? Social media, and pretty much we was talking about how narratives is spun. And I spoke about this a lot on the channel as well. As far as if we rock with a person, they could do no wrong. And often in the comments you hear people say, such and such can never know. I don't care what they say. They can never make me hate Cardi. I'm just using Cardi. It's other people they name. They can never hate me, B. Simone. They can never make me hate such and such. They can never, even Diddy. People was like, I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can never make me hate Diddy or R. Kelly or whoever you could think of. The point that I'm making is that I'm trying to, bro. I'm trying to. Once you press accept already, I'm pressing accept. I'm not sure why. You ain't on. I'm not sure why, Goody. I'm pressing accept. And they like, yo, you can never make me hate the person. That's because they rock with the person. But let it be somebody that they don't rock with. Then, even if the person is right, the person is wrong. Person is wrong. The black light, what's the word? The person is wrong. So you sit back and you say, damn. And I'm only saying that to say, with the Chicago.
The fact that she acknowledged her behavior, but I just want the record to show it is a double standard. Because if a man did something like that in the airport and then turned around and just did a little video like that, y'all would be dragging him to hell right now. You would be on this radio sounding so understanding about the situation. Yes.
We don't know what she might have lost behind the scenes. You have no idea. There was a video that came out. You saw it on video. We don't know.
If Lauren don't know,
we don't know.
Then somebody lying. Okay.
You gotta point that out.
Every sponsorship would have jumped out the window and said we are no longer working with them.
But can we acknowledge that there is a double standard?
Yeah, there is a double standard, because I will say, when I saw the headline last weekend, for those of you guys who don't know what happened, just really quickly.
And it was a video.
Yes. So Sha'Carri and her boyfriend Christian Coleman, who's a sprinter, they were shoved them into a wall.
Bottom line is she like, yo, I apologize to Christian. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship, but a greater understanding of unconditional love. Bring what closer? Well, Instagram probably won't do it, but YouTube can hear it too. And we live on Instagram and we live on YouTube. I don't want them to flag the video. Other people be like, yo, you're using their content, so they'll dead the video. But anyway, pretty much she's saying she had a lot of past traumas. She loved them. She apologized, and then she even came out and she apologized.
More than anything, definitely.
She got that smirk on her face though.
A lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself. I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment, but accepting this moment to be more. And so my only thing is I want to be more run away.
I like Sha'Carri Richardson. She's a runner. She's a track star. She gonna walk away when it gets out. You know the song. Everybody was like, woo, 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 woo. Well, you like the song, right? Fire song, hit song, right? A lot of people was putting her in the mix for the little situations that she had. And real quickly, my first introduction to her was when I think she won a race and she ran into the stands to her grandma, I believe. You know, she had the long ass nails and obviously the pink color wig, or what, weave on or whatever. You can't hear me? Damn, Goody, what's up with you, bro? Can you hear me now? She had the little pink color wigs on and shit. You know what I mean? Then it was the weed, and then they didn't let her go to the Olympics. Then she came back, she burnt them niggas. But she was dealing with a lady, you know what I'm saying, or another young girl, a young woman rather. So she was part of the LGB5 and all that shit, right? And took a lot of heat, was getting a lot of bad press. Then it was the airplane shit when she was recording. The flight attendant was like, yo, you can't record. She was like, yo, I'm recording myself. And people was like, yo, publicists need to, fix shit up for her, or just put her up on game to, because she's a young black star, she's a millionaire, or whatever, right? She's the top of the top, and she's the best around. She's one of them, right? So it was like, y'all, nothing y'all can do to make us hate her, etc. That's where the narrative comes from. And in line with the TuesDaY, Transformation Tuesday, what you working on, how you working, and is it working for you? She like, yo, I'm going to take accountability. I was wrong. I got a lot of past traumas, and, maybe I won't put myself in the bad light no more, but she got the smirk. So people like, yeah, you don't know what he did off camera. What if he hit her? Obviously, any type of hitting and all that, you in a domestic relationship. I mean, a domestic violence, abusive relationship. Whether it's verbal, emotional, physical, all those things can be considered, abusive. And to see that back in the media, and I don't think she's a bad person. She's just like the young people that I work with. So she's a track star, and she got hella talent, right? One of the fastest in the world, etc. But for me personally, I'm not sure, the brother Christian, what he do. I ain't look up all that. Y'all can look that shit up. You can drop it in the comments and let me know. I told y'all for the show, I get information as I'm going to talk about a topic to spin it the way I want to spin it. But far as the real person, how many kids they got, now I would have to really go look for that, because that's not what I really be invested in. So I don't know if he an athlete himself or what he do, but what I will say for him and to others, brothers, if you're trying to be in a serious relationship, if you're not just smashing and dashing on some DoorDash shit and get it how you get it, Hulk smash, and then you out. Far as women that, dibble and dabble with other women and they back and forth, they don't know what they want, or they can't make their minds up, they can't make their hearts up. Whatever, whichever which way the wind blow, they'll rock with it in that sense. Like, today I'm LGB5, tomorrow I'm straight, next week I'm QBX, this week I'm back to, then I'm binary or, binary, whatever this shit is. Anybody like that, to me, this is my personal opinion. Views and opinions may not, fit my employee or whoever. I'm just being funny, but my personal opinion is they not all right. They not all stable. Anybody can jump, anybody that can double dutch, back and forth, in between. You can have fun on some sexual shit if that's what you're trying to do. And Scorpios be the best. I know it's Leo season right now, and Virgo soon come. Virgos, I'll rock with y'all, right? You could dibble and dabble and you could Hulk smash and then you could keep it moving, Quicksilver. But long term, and I'm not saying this is for everybody, one shoe size fits all, because it doesn't, right? It just doesn't. But for somebody that can mentally do that, and then we know that, sexual, part of you, part of them, you shared experience, etc. It ain't just no leaving that in the past after maybe a while, but it becomes a part, especially for women, they say, right? Because your part is inside, man part is inside, etc. You know what I'm saying? You catch more feelings and you just can't, although they try to say, men and women are the same, we are both human, and we could do different functions, and we got brains and all, but we're not the same. We don't be thinking the same, we don't be operating the same. And I won't even get into that whole argument. For those that want to, y'all can keep that argument for yourself. I'm not going to argue you down. I'm not going to argue and arm wrestle you down. I'm not. I don't have the energy for that. Maybe another time. But when you keep sleeping and being with multiple people, etc., especially the opposite sex, back and forth, then you're talking about getting into a long-term, serious relationship now. As the guy, as a Christian or anybody else, like my little cousins or nephews, I would advise you not to do it. You could do what you want. I'm not saying it won't work. What I'm saying is you need to think real hard and strong about it. You need to vet properly, because it was supposed to be domestic violence within that relationship. I said maybe she was getting beat on, and maybe now, she just acting out. And she took full, accountability, seeming like with the smirk on her face. A lot of the comments, women was, cheering her on or saying, maybe she caught something in his phone. They make a light of it, because when a man get in there, you know what I'm saying? And we'll be raking you when a man do it. I mean, when it gets done to a man, and you got a female boss, and they keep calling you handsome, they keep touching your shoulders, touching your arm, putting their arm around you, dropping little shit, like, we need to go have drinks, or, ooh, you smell so good, and, like the little shits that women be doing. Women do it too. The sexual harassment. It's looked at with the side eye if a man comes out and be like, yeah, what was a good description of that? Horrible Bosses, right? 1 and 2. With Jennifer Anderson, and she was all over her dental assistant and grabbing his ass and making him do shit, you know what I'm saying? Talking crazy to him. Even guys would be like, come on, bro, your boss look good. You ain't knocked that down yet? You ain't, Or woo, and and you'll be like, bro, she ain't attractive, or breath stink, or she overweight, or I got a girl, or whatever. She's sexually harassing me. It's looked at as funny style, or come on, bro. It's not that serious. You're a man, toughen up. As opposed to when it's a man doing it to a woman, you're gonna lose your job, you're gonna lose your, your integrity, you're gonna lose everything. Like, Like, you'll be left with nothing but dust and blood. Or some Chaz Boswick, rest in peace, Wakanda forever, like he said in Avengers Endgame. Thanos will have nothing but dust and blood. You will be left with nothing but dust and blood. Whereas, like he said, Charlamagne, like, yo, she ain't lose no endorsements, nothing. She just pushed them, etc. It's on camera and it looks bad, but it's like, if it was a man, you're done. You did it in done. You just became a resident of Queens and you're done now. So, just be mindful, guys. when you're trying to, you know what I mean, maneuver like that. Let's get to some other shit that got the ladies like kind of a little tight, a little in their feelings. Like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? First and foremost, this next topic is about the T app, but not about the T app. Uno reverse and like a circle. I like turtles. So I never talked about the T app. I've seen a lot of videos on it. I guess it's just an app for women who are not trying to expose men, but really trying to expose men and look out for predators and abusive men, and to show other women. It's supposed to be like, I dated him, ladies. He was a good guy, but you know, he always, you know, spoke foul to me or made me feel less than. So even though he has good qualities in this area, he was a scumbag in this area. So if it was me, I'm giving him a 5 rating out of 10. I wouldn't date that nigga, and the dick is trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm assuming it was kind of like that, but it also was like, niggas, you know, women taking your picture, you not knowing, again, just uploading, writing stories, and it's supposed to be helping women. And so I seen a lot of videos like that, and a few of them that I seen kept saying like, well, imagine if the guys come out with an app like this. Women, y'all gonna be mad. Ladies, y'all gonna be mad. Ladies, y'all gonna be mad. And it's ladies' night, and I guess maybe kind of, sort of, somebody finally decided to do it. Or maybe they did it under another umbrella. But anyway, this is what we got right here.
The T on her app is active, and the guys are on it. And they posting y'all pictures. And I just seen a live where a dude was going state by state by request and showing the different women in that said state and looking up girls for people on the live. So y'all wanted to play this game. Let the games begin. I said it before. If you're a halfway decent man or woman, you ain't really got to worry about nothing, because you're not going to end up on there, because there is no tea on you to be had. However, y'all who've been running through the city, you're going to be on there. And the way it's going to work for men is that they're going to use this app to prey on y'all, right? They're going to find the girls who is got green flags, because see, the green flags is talking about how easy you are to sleep with, the things that you do in the bedroom, and those men are going to come after you solely just to test out what the other men said. So a lot of y'all who on these dating apps, you better watch out, because if you on dating apps and you on this this T app for these men, they're coming directly after you specifically just to see if what the other men said about you is true, and whether or not you do the things that those other men said that you be doing. Right? So yeah, they're gonna be on there bashing y'all, but men truly don't even be caring about the bashing part, because they know that they're not gonna keep you long term, right? They're not trying to make you their girlfriend, they're not trying to make you their wife, but they will test out and see what those other men are saying and if it's true. The T on her.
I'll say this. It's a sad, sad world, right? When we living in, and nigga gotta run to the app, run to the internet. And make no mistake about this, ladies, like I spoke about this before, because it's true. I mean, I'm transparent on the channel. I think I am. Stuff that I don't want to talk about, then we just not going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? In that regards, if I want to talk about it, then it's open season. We're going to talk about it fully, right? With the risk of saying some shit I don't supposed to say, and they block my channel and strike my channel. But we spoke about, men always talked about women. Like, people be like, men on the internet talking about women is sassy and this and this and that. Men been doing that. That's the reality. You can dread it, you can run from it, but destiny arrives all the same. Just like the Thanos cup. Destiny arrives all the same. And what I mean by this is, like, if we out and about, we in the club, fellas is in the club, you meet a joint, y'all meeting joints, whether in the cell phone era or not the cell phone era, where you had to get the number, and then, you know what I mean, who could get the most numbers? Shorty in the red dress, Y'all seen the boomerang joint? Marcus, Eddie Murphy, he was the player. What's up, player? You know what I mean? You don't want to be a player no more, or you're not a player, you just crush a lot. That was his character. I can't think of the, Alan, I want to say Alan Green, but that ain't his name. The dude from Living Color, and obviously Martin Lawrence, etc. So they at the gym or they back at work, and they like, yo, Marcus, what happened to Shorty with the dog, or woo woo woo. And you're like, oh man, Shorty was a freak or whatever. It just wasn't put on the internet. And I agree, as a man, you shouldn't run to the internet. I definitely agree with that. You shouldn't run to the internet like, oh, Shorty, give it up this way, she do woo woo ah. But what I'm saying is that amongst friends or amongst people that knew each other, not strangers, you always was like, oh, nah, Shorty, it took me a minute to get it. Or it was easy to get it. You know what I mean? Men been doing this. Same way women do it, huh? Whitney Alone said it and Love Jones, when her friend was like, I want to know all the details. And Whitney Alone said, it's like the dick just talked to me. And, explaining all the details about how Lorenzo Tate was busting her ass from 7 ways from Sunday. And it's like, humans been doing this shit. It's just that now it's podcasters, and yeah, you're telling strangers now about, sexual encounter with a woman. So basically, the dating game is all the way shot. If you didn't know, the nigga you know now, and you're going to learn today. And if you're on the app anyway to find love, and you're looking for love in all the wrong places, Eddie Murphy's Saturday Night Live, the best of Saturday Night Live. You're looking for love in all the wrong places, sweetie. Sweeney. I'm being funny, but I'm not, because you're not going to find it. Can you find it? Possibly, yeah. Will you find it? Who knows? I'm not the most high. I don't got a crystal ball. But the chances are, if you trying to find it in that way, I'm to just get out and about, at the church, at the club, or if you're not in the club, a lounge, or you in the gym, or you at the coffee shop, you out with your girl, you on vacation, meet people, soak up the energy, because there's too many catfishing shows, right? There's a show Catfish, where it's a big fat bitch or it's a big fat man, and they're using other people's pictures and with the filters and shit going on. Like, honestly, a big woman, and most times big women is attractive, face-wise, right? Maybe not their body type, but a lot of them are cute, pretty, attractive in the face. And they'll put that big bra on to put the bosoms up, put the filter of the face, or get the nice face shot, and you like, oh, I got something here. You know what I'm saying? If you playing on them dating streets and running through them dating platforms, then when you pop up to, Cheesecake Factory and you won't get out the car like that girl, like, I don't eat Cheesecake Factory. And then when you see them, it's like, oh, you had the close up or what have you, or a nigga like, you know what I mean? You always keep your hat on. You don't let people see you got the little sunroof or whatever. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is. It's like, oh, you always wear your hat. Now, I ain't got no problem. I ain't worrying about shit at my age. Like, I don't give a fuck. I am who I am, and if I wasn't, then I wouldn't say that I was. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we dealing with in 2025 on some dating shit. It may not be that same experience for everybody. And you see the singles and the speed dating and the men never show up, etc. Men is only doing what y'all was doing. And like she said, if you fast ass, you've been a fast ass for whatever reason, your uncle touched you or your father abandoned you or whatever your reasons is, and I'm not saying these are not valid reasons. I'm not saying that. Some women have been touched by their own brothers, etc. It's foul. People are foul. People. That's the reality. Like, it's a brutal fucking world, and that's why I love the Walking Dead series, because the zombies and the living dead. I mean the dead. That was just the dressing. The Walking Dead, for those that don't know, is a quick real tidbit. The Walking Dead is really about the people that's living and how foul they are, and what the type of shit that they do, what type of lengths that people go through to hurt other people, to fuck you over, to do you greasy just because they can. It's no laws. It's just like the Purge. We gonna do it because we can. Her when I forget with season or whatever, but when Daryl was with the people that just say claim, no lying and just say claim. When they caught up with Rick, they're like, yeah, we gonna do the girl first, then do the boy, then kill you, like cut your eye out. These niggas is brutal. And what Negan and they kill all the boys, all of the men, all of the people from the ocean side, beat a 16-year-old with a bat in front of everybody to make a point. You know what I mean? Like, just brutal shit. That's the real life. That's the reality. And so the reality of those apps is, if you was being ran through, you was fast ass, but for whatever reason, right? Men will try to prey on that. It's like, oh, she gave it up on the first night. Word, what you do? You took it. Woo. That's just what men gonna do. Now they doing it in the grander fashion online, and it's fucked up. But like she said, if you was a good person, good man or woman, then you wouldn't be on the app anyway, right? Because that would lead us to this shit right here. 2 other quick things, and then we might go just get out of here. That will lead us to this lady right here. Where's she at? Now, maybe we got more than that. Then we might have more than that. Where's this video of this girl talking about? Oh, right here. This video of this girl right here, of this woman right here. 46-year-old, she in my age bracket, etc. Doing well for herself. Entrepreneur, got a few businesses. I don't know if she got kids, but this is what she had to say, and I'm not knocking her. I'm not knocking that. Oh, I know the red pill, people that's on the Kevin Samuels wave, rest in peace to the Godfather and all that shit, right? The hardest working man in showbiz yesteryear. But this is what she had to say.
And I saw this real nice looking guy, and I couldn't determine if he was actually buying groceries for himself or if he was an Instacarter. And my mind started to spiral like, could you date an Instacarter? And then it made me think of like, what careers would you not be able to date? Now me as a 46-year-old woman, college educated, entrepreneur, own my own business, these are the people in their careers that I would not date. I'm not dating a drug dealer.
Right.
Or scammer.
I'm with her.
I got way too much to lose to be caught up in any type of scamming you got going on. You know what I'm saying? You won't take me down.
I'm with her.
You know what I mean?
A
stripper, of course. A personal trainer. They be getting too much tang thrown at them. Ain't got time for that.
She mad.
What else?
Well, she just don't want to deal with the drama.
I don't know if I could date somebody who has a full-time job that I consider to be a part-time job. At the age of 46, and I'm dating people who are in their 40s, you need to have a career. You need to have a career to date me. You need to have been at your job for almost 15, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? You should be pending retirement at this point.
Maybe.
You closer to retirement than just starting a job.
Maybe.
So I need somebody with some behind them. Yeah.
I'm gonna pause there. Now, those are our preferences. I don't feel no type of way. I'm not triggered. I ain't mad. Like, listen, you 46, you got your own business, you college educated, you looking for a partner, a lifetime partner, you know what I mean? The whole modern woman rhetoric, right? Whether right or wrong, whether you agree with it or not. And I agree with some, and I strongly disagree with others, right? Or some, right? Before I even got to the comments, my thoughts was, it's all right, cool. That's her preference. She ain't dealing with no drug dealing niggas, no scammers, no personal trainer, because they working with a lot of women all the time. Women look good. She may be insecure. She may not be. She may not want to go through the drama of knowing that, it's like she ain't said she wouldn't deal with an entertainer or an athlete, but they get poom thrown at them all the time too. Bitches flying across the country and woo and just because the nigga got money and they got access, the swipe of the wrist or the flick of the wrist, and your life has changed, right? Because they got access to money. Not that they high value, because they don't have to be high character to have a lot of money. So she don't want to deal with that. So like if you you working at you got a full-time job, but she consider it a part-time job. Whatever that may be, all these are her prerogatives. She don't say if she got kids or not, if she ever been married, or any of those things. She have a right to whatever she want. And I hope she get it. You know what I mean? We'll find out sooner enough, or maybe we won't find out. Maybe this will be the only video spinning of her in the clip, and we won't never hear from her again. And my thoughts was, all right, if you got all that, because she's not bad looking. She's not bad looking at all. I think she's attractive, 46, she in my age bracket. She still look good, right? And damn, shorty could get it. I ain't see her body, but her face, she's attractive, right? Cool. Own business. college educated. Let's just say her body is banging like. So let's say her body banging like a Benzie. If I was Jiggy, you'd be spotting like Spud McKenzie. I'm high power, put Adina Howard to sleep. Your pardon, that bitch been on my mind all week. But back to you, Maybelline Queen. Let's make it. We can have anything in this world except cream. So what you want to do? What you want to do? Let's go ahead and walk these dogs and represent. Woo. All right, cool. You look good. To the rooter, to the tutor. Where your man at? That's what I was thinking. Like, where your husband? And I'm being funny and putting extra sauce on it. But it's like, yeah, where's your man? Because you're undeniable, right? Somebody got to be out there to fit those credentials and that criteria and your preferences because they're yours and we not knocking you. So stay out the comments, fellas. But people in the comments was like, yeah, if you got all that, then where your man? That's what my mind was like, guarantors. And then when I jumped in the comments, I ran straight to them. A lot of them is like, yeah, all right, well, where your man at? Where's the proof in the pudding, ma? You know what I mean? Where's the challenge? Because we don't see no rings on your finger. We don't see no nigga on your arm. You ain't going home to a warm bed. You with the rabbit. And you rabbiting it up. And you that shit is on high. And if that's your business, that's your business. I'm just being funny. But I'm not. But I'm not. Where your man at? Where's your couples goals videos? They're non-existent. Because not because you got too high standards, you can have whatever standards you want. And that's the thing, again, you know, Kevin Samuels, a lot of women was mad because of his delivery, etc. But basically, he pretty much was just saying, in my opinion, when I used to watch his show, and his shows is very entertaining and informative into the psyche and the nature of men and women, to me. He like, can you have it all? That was one of his shows, but that was like his main talking point all the time, talking to the women, meaning, you know, can you have the career? Can you have the guy? I got everything you want. Where's going to be the sacrifice at? Because it's going to be a sacrifice somewhere. Nobody gets through life unscathed and nobody gets what they want 100% of the time. That's just not how life works. So if you live in that, you would be considered a Delulu baby because you would be in Delulu land. You was born in Delulu land. So then you'll be a Delulu baby. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got everything, the looks, you looking like Beyonce, then you know you could dance, you could sing, you could do everything, but then you get a Jay-Z, or maybe you won't. Maybe you have to get if he owns it. You know what I mean? Ebony K. Williams. Would you date a bus driver if he owns it? No, bitch. What you do? I mean, I'm just being funny. I know she had a baby. She had to go get the artificial insemination route and all that. And, you know, the last of the black sperm, the black seed. This shit crazy. Shit crazy. And you can't make it up. And I'm not laughing at her. She made herself a spectacle, so we just watched it on the big screen. You know what I mean? I'm watching haters on the big screen. You know what I mean? Waking up to turkey bacon in my thick queen. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? She made herself a spectacle, so we using her as an example. You got everything going for you, yet you had to tell that to the sperm bank. So, sister, in the video, you got your own business. Nobody cares. Somebody may care, but for the most part, nobody cares because the man that got his own thing going, he really don't care about your money. Those are the facts. People ain't want to hear that when he was spitting that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Where's your guy at? And I'm not saying I don't want you to get one or you're never going to get one, but where they at? And let's get to this shit. We going to get out of here. We ain't going to be on that long. Where's this shit at? This brother right here. Do I want to go to his video? Yeah, let's go to this brother video. It's relationship driven.
Unpopular opinion. Fellas, go marry that woman. Go marry that woman. Listen, man. Don't let these jealous single folks try and fool you into thinking that you missing something out here, man. Ain't shit out here, bro.
You're not lying. On that part.
Ain't shit out here, but disappointments.
True indeed.
You got a lady that's down for you, my man.
My man.
Lock her down, bro. Lock her down. And obviously, there's a disclaimer on this. I'm not telling you to lock down any old scallywag. I'm not telling you to lock down some nutbag. And I'm definitely not telling you to lock down a woman that ain't worth your time. Because we ain't doing that. We know our worth. You feel me?
We know our worth.
You know your self-worth.
That nigga rubbing his hands.
Not telling you to lock down any old thing. You need discernment, bruh.
You need discernment.
But before you can go searching for a woman, before you even attempt to do that,
before you go searching for
you gotta make sure we got a couple parameters in place. First thing first, you need to make sure that you got a career, bro. You need a path. You need a career path.
I'm gonna stop him because he actually goes on for a little longer than what I like. And although he started on the right foot, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And I think he finished a little lackluster, and it ended up being poor advice to me. Not the beginning, because he starts off like, fellas, don't listen to the single people, or even ladies. If you got you got somebody you with, and your friends are single, and again, Kevin Samuels used to say, single women keep other women single. You got your person that's good for you. They down for you. They rocking with you, right? He like, lock them down. So he talking to the men, but you can put it on the women too. Lock them down. Then he like, obviously we not talking about just anybody. Duh, who just locks down anybody? That would be crazy, right? But people do it all the time. But then he like, yo, before you do all that, and that's cool, I guess, if you ain't get to where he started the video at, but you started the video at, if you have a good one, lock her down. So why now we saying before you could lock a woman down, you need to have your own place. You need to have a car, because I cut the video off, but he like, you need to be able to get to and from said career. You need to have your own place where your peace of mind, and that's your peace. And you need to be able to take care of yourself, which is just having a job or a career. All three things I agree with him on. As a man, you need those things. I would tell my sons, I would tell my little nephews, my little cousins, you need to be able to take care of yourself. You need to be able to have a place to live. You don't necessarily have to have a car. If you in New York, Houston, Chicago, big metropolitan, cities where transportation is on a regular basis. If you want to do it on your own, or you got kids, you can have a car. You don't need a car, but I get it. He like, these are essential. He ain't mentioned God. He ain't mentioned working out and health. You know what I mean? And I kind of get like I don't know who he is. That's on the it's on site. So they take from different content creators. So I don't know who he is. Never heard of him before. None of that. Kind of get that his message might be a little, give to the women what they want to hear, kind of like. And I don't know that to be true or not, but that's the vibe that I got. Derek Jackson type shit, sucker shit. You know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, you're supposed to have that already in place. If you don't have that in place, like he said, how you gonna take care of somebody else if you can't take care of yourself? And men, according to the good book, are the maintainers and protectors of women and children. So I get it. As a man, that's the role you're in, or you should be in. I agree with that. But it was like you started off just like, if you got a good woman, lock it down, marriage. And I believe in marriage. I was married, and I don't think there's nothing wrong when two people are down for each other, as he said, or they rocking with each other in that regard. Then they should go ahead and tie the knot under the Most High, right? But then you will start coming with all these other things that you need to have, and but if I already got her, then what if I didn't have that? Because what if I don't have that? But I got her already. We met somehow. We together. I don't got the three things, so I should lock her down. If I don't got a career, I'm not driving. Like, it's just like, what I mean. Then he goes on too long. I stopped listening to the video because the video was type long. You look at the bottom where it goes at. But be careful who you take advice from. You know what I mean? And then again, one size shoe doesn't fit all, especially in the relationship dating game. In 2025, shit ain't the same, people, for men or women. And that's why men is, at least this is the narrative that's being spent, that they staying focused on their purpose, being a better versions of themselves. They smashing and dashing on these hoes and Hulk smash, and it's all for sale. Women is all for sale, trying to get money, trying to get six-figure earners and six packs and 6 feet, and they want this and they want that, and the game is all fucked up now. Like, what we gonna do now? It's all fucked up now, right? Like Diddy said, what we gonna do now? The game is all fucked up. And especially if you're older, Like the 46-year-old lady, you in my age bracket, maybe it might be some hope for you if you're a little younger and you can find one of my cousins just recently got married. But you know what? She not on social media. She was. Her husband didn't make her get off because I asked her. I'm like, you ain't on social media? I won't say her name and all that, but I'm like, you know, and this is one of my favorite little cuz, right? I'm like, you ain't on social media? This is like, it just wasn't for me, seeing all the different things and just woo, woo, woo. I'm focusing on me. And that's very rare. That's why the phone's being taken in school. That's why it's hard to get the kids off the phone at my job. Even adults, women walking around with their head down, men just standing on the corner on the phone outside, like shit ain't going on. So, you know, I think they will, I hope they make it forever. I'm talking about my cousin nowadays. And I hope whoever's involved, if you got the love of your life or you trying to make it work, obviously I don't want you to break up and be miserable. Breaking up with somebody you love is a tough thing to go through. Matters of the heart, that shit cut like a knife. You know what I'm saying? When it happened to you, or even when you're doing it to somebody else. You know what I mean? Some Donnell Jones where I want to be. People gonna feel hurt. I think it will, because that's then she ain't trying to be in the mix and follow everybody and a whole bunch of selfies and stuff. People can't DM you just because they follow you or they came across your shit and now they see you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the reality. You on social media, nigga could get at you and your DMs is filled up with people you don't know because, you know, you was working out, doing squats, and your whole box was showing. So niggas like that. Just like the app, T app for men. Yeah, she like this, she does this. So other men want to try. And what Eazy-E said, you know what I mean? And she, cause you ran your mouth like I knew you would. Now he said, now fucking all your friends, cause you ran your mouth like I knew you would. You was bragging to your friends, saying Eazy-E knows how to fuck. Like, you was bragging to your friends, talking about Eazy-E knows how to fuck. And now I'm fucking all your friends. God. It's community, dude. You can say what you want, but you ran your mouth. And you told everybody Eazy-E know how to give it up. And now I'm fucking your friends. And that's how it goes. So, you know what I'm saying? Same thing on the app. Nigga run to the app. Girl, he could tie string, he could tie cherry string or whatever. You know, whatever it is. Your homegirls may want to find out, like, oh, word, he get busy like that, or he do this. And you may say that's foul for the morally upright people, but it just is what it is. And I call a spade a spade. What else? Lastly, real quick, there was a couple of other little quick topics and shit. Football season, we'll be back soon. Can't wait to start going on live, giving out the picks and the winner chicken dinners. Recently, Deion Sanders' son, Sajori Sanders, I think he threw for 2 touchdowns. His other son got a good, nice tackle, fumble, or whatever. And that's the best way to do it, is the ball out on the field. Show niggas why they should have drafted you, or make people pay. Show them, you know, what you made of, etc. Looking forward to the football season. Haven't seen none of the preseason games. I did see a highlight of that. There's that. And then this last thing right here, with Jadakiss and Fat Joe, they podcast, you know, be giving a lot of good gems and stuff to talk about.
One of the greatest lyrics from you that I loved was at that time when you said, what's everybody so mad at the Southpaw? Switch up your style, switch to Southpaw. I was thinking about that today. That was me.
What?
I was listening.
Jada, I was listening.
That's my vision. That's my one. Google. Yo, Jay, go to Charlie. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Hold on. That's my line. Everybody so mad at the Southpaw. Learn how to switch your style up and go Southpaw. Yo, Jay, you let me say it, what you open your mouth for. Better reason for me to just open your scalp more. Ooh, man, that's me, man. Let's not get this. I mean, we ain't got all timers.
No, but I gave you that.
I gave you that shout out. No, yeah.
On a super smash hit bracket.
Yeah. But that's his vision who came from Thug It Out, then he threw it on Megan.
Once again, the crossover. Let me explain something to you, right? The point I was making, right, is at that time, Everybody borrowed.
No, I'm just making sure he gotta know where it came from.
Nigga, he might have set me up with that shit.
No, I swear to God, no.
One of my coworkers would be like, nah, Lee. And I'll just point that real quick before we get out of here. Good little show, Tuesday night, etc. Is Master Ace on the Symphony said, I'll project my voice so it's right in the crowd. There's a sign at the door, no biting allowed. And if you do, you'll be stranded just like, you know what I mean? Some, you know, and if you, no biting allowed. Or something if you do so, and you'll be stranded just like Caruso. Like, and back in the days, MCs of yesteryear, and Fat Joe is from that era because he been out since the 90s, early 90s, but you got a flow, Joe. MCs always was like niggas biting styles, and you got Shark biting niggas with, you know, Ghosts and Ray, as we quote a lot on the channel, on the Purple Tape, and here niggas come, here you say one word, then here they come, they want to say certain words and flip it and bounce it and try to shine on it before you get the chance to shine on your own shit. MCs of yesteryear been on some like, yo, don't bite no styles, don't sound like me, I'm not gonna sound like you, be original. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much Jada said, that's how crazy it is. He's sitting there on a podcast with Fat Joe, that's their podcast, with Arian Spears, and Spears like, yo, one of the best bars I heard from you, and it's actually Joe, like, that's why Joe, you must have set me up. How crazy and coincidental, like a Kawingi D, like, nigga, that's my bars. He just took it. That's why he was like, I was listening to Jada, and although, you know, I turned the clip off, but Joe like, yeah, but I said it on the smash hit record, and Jay like, I don't care if it was some smash hit or it was a no hit. That's my bars. And people of today, you hear shit, you don't even know who it came from. You know what I'm saying? I remember when Cam and Hov was beefing, and Cam put all the rhymes up that Hov recycled from Big, but you know how the internet work. Soon as when Cam did that or whoever did it for him, niggas took Cam shit, and he had mad bars from people he stole rhymes from or borrowed rhymes from too. You know what I'm saying? And Nas said, no idea is original, it's nothing new under the sun. It's never what you do, but how it's done. What you base your happiness around, material, women, and mad paper. That means you're inferior, not major. Like, ain't no ideas original. So eventually you may get around to niggas flipping and bouncing your shit, you know what I mean, and get a chance to shine before you shine. And it is what it is. But that's the show tonight, guys. I definitely got to get up in the morning like y'all motherfuckers and work. If you was tuned in, I appreciate you. But you know who it is. It's your guy, Popovitz. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovitz TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid. Be safe out there.